Good Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversation Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Wednesday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you being part of my conversation with speaker and author Kevin Thomas McCarney discussing his new book, Big Brain, Little Brain. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Wednesday headlines. In Mississippi news, pregnant women urged to get COVID-19 vaccine to protect themselves and their baby. A doctor at the University of Mississippi Medical Center said pregnant women can protect themselves and their unborn child by getting vaccinated against COVID-19. 8 pregnant women have died of COVID-19 in Mississippi in recent weeks, according to state health officials. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, pregnant women are at a higher risk for severe illness if they contract COVID-19. Dr. Rachel Morris, a UMMC obstetrician, said seeing an expectant mother with COVID-19 fighting to stay alive for her baby is heartbreaking. They are afraid of a breathing tube, but they ask for it anyway because they can't breathe. They are afraid they won't wake up, and we tell them to fight and that we'll do everything we can to help them, Morris said. Morris said vaccinated mothers will give their babies some immunity to COVID-19. In national news, Amazon to fill 125,000 jobs in transportation and fulfillment centers. Hourly pay starts at $18 an hour. Amazon is looking to fill 125,000 roles nationwide and pay an average of $18 an hour with full benefits. The jobs are in transportation and fulfillment centers, such as the center opening in Madison County in Mississippi. Officials said certain positions could receive hourly pay of up to $22.50. In addition, certain locations have sign-on bonuses of up to $3,000. This year, Amazon said it opened over 250 new fulfillment centers and plans to open 100 additional facilities in September alone. And more national news, COVID-19 cases climbing, wiping out months of progress. COVID-19 deaths and cases in the U.S. have climbed back to levels not seen since last winter, erasing months of progress and potentially bolstering President Joe Biden's argument for his sweeping new vaccination requirements. The cases, driven by the Delta variant, combined with resistance among some Americans to get the vaccine, are concentrated mostly in the South. While one-time hotspots like Florida and Louisiana are improving, infection rates are soaring in Kentucky, Georgia, and Tennessee, fueled by children now back in school, loose mask restrictions, and low vaccination levels. The dire situation in some hospitals is starting to sound like January's infection peak. Surgeries canceled in hospitals in Washington State and Utah, severe staff shortages in Kentucky and Alabama, a lack of beds in Tennessee, intensive care units at or over capacity in Texas. And more national news, Blinken defense of Afghan policy clouded by al-Qaeda warning. Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Tuesday sought to parry bipartisan congressional criticism of the Biden administration's Afghanistan withdrawal as new intelligence estimates warn that al-Qaeda could soon again use Afghan soil to plot attacks on the U.S. Blinken had mixed results in attempting to face down a second day of tough congressional questioning, this time from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. As a day earlier, before the House Foreign Affairs Committee, he was assailed by Democratic and Republican lawmakers alike over the administration's preparation for and handling of the pullout. Even lawmakers sympathetic to President Joe Biden's decision to end America's longest-running war by withdrawing from Afghanistan after 20 years expressed disappointment and concern about the large number of Americans, green card holders, and at-risk Afghans left behind in a chaotic and hasty evacuation from Kabul. In more national news, ex-cops accused of violating Floyd's rights plead not guilty. 4 former Minneapolis police officers charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights pleaded not guilty Tuesday in a federal hearing that included arguments on several pretrial motions, including requests to hold separate trials. A grand jury indicted the former officers for allegedly depriving Floyd of his rights while acting under government authority on May 25, 2020, as Floyd, 46, was held face down, handcuffed, and not resisting in a restraint that was captured on bystander video. His death led to worldwide protests and calls for change in policing. And finally, in entertainment news, Dionne Warwick, star of a new documentary, keeps smiling. The first standing ovation Dionne Warwick ever received was as a 6-year-old when her reverend grandfather brought her up to the pulpit of the St. Luke's AME Church in Newark, New Jersey, where she sang Jesus Loves Me for a rap congregation. Warwick's most recent standing ovation, though, was on Saturday at the Toronto International Film Festival after the premiere of the documentary Dionne Warwick, Don't Make Me Over. Perhaps most importantly, the documentary makes the case for Warwick as a pioneering crossover artist. Warwick became the first black solo female artist to win a pop award at the Grammys. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, I'm Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Always trust your inner strength. When you find yourself feeling vulnerable about opening your heart or about trusting the motives of another, it will be helpful for you to explore these feelings in depth in your knowings. Consider whether you are coming from a fear of loss or lack of confidence. Take time to build up a strong sense of inner security and emotional stability, as this will help you to feel more confident. You can build up this sense of self through trusting yourself to take small risks when opportunities present themselves. Feelings of distrust or any negative feelings are often inspired by memories of painful past experiences. Through risking, you enhance your awareness of self, allowing you to feel dynamically whole. Now you can heal your painful past and become able to love yourself and share your love and all of your talents with the world. Today, nurture yourself by trusting your inner strength. And remember to enjoy the day.
Kevin Thomas McCartney is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight, right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Speaker and author Kevin Thomas McCartney joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about his new book, Big Brain, Little Brain, and the importance of communication. Here's a bit of our conversation. So, Kevin, communication is such an important thing, so much so as you begin the book in talking about we are all, no matter what profession we're in or how we see ourselves, we're all in the people business. What has that been like for you to show people how what we say, how we say it, really says so much about ourselves and the way we see others?
Well, it's a great comment. I think the way I see it is I have been dealing with people all my life. I've been in customer service. I've been in all different kinds of jobs. And one of the things I noticed is I noticed a pattern in the way people speak and the way, most importantly, the way they react in different situations. And even my own self, the book is Big Brain, Little Brain, and I know half the book really well. And, I'm working on the other half like everybody else is. But I think what it comes down to is I notice this pattern of people in a way, in pressure situations especially, the way they might overreact where they wouldn't normally do that. And today with social media, people feel free to sort of say whatever they want to say as if there's no consequence. But I think what's happening right now is what I see in communication is that we haven't really focused on the fact that we have a choice in how we communicate, we respond. And I think that's what the book is about, is that even reminding us of what we already know about where, no matter what situation we're in, we have a choice in how, the words we're going to use and the tone we're going to use when we're communicating.
I love that. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back to you guys on tomorrow's more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.